Shut media. Man, Team USA so trash, bro. Like it's still a chance they can win, but it's like it's just horrible. Even how they was picking the team. I think I've been saying this for years and years. You got to start having 2K players on these coaching staffs because we see so many different defenses, so many different styles of play. You got to understand when people playing in the rec, you might be playing real rec players maybe playing up to 10 games a day, so you 10 or more, like you seeing just so much different stuff. And even guys that just play the other mode where you're going against different teams, once you get to that top three levels, you running sets and all that, whereas a coach can only work off theory. You're actually getting to put some stuff in play with certain players' skill sets, and then you're seeing so many different styles of play. Like you getting to simulate the game, but it just made no sense to me on how they picked this team. Like, why would you put Draymond Green, Jeremiah Grant, and Bam on one? You don't need all three of them players. Even when you had Kevin Love, it's like you pick one of them if you want that. But for me, I don't want that garbage. Like I'm cool with JaVale McGee. That's cool for the NBA when you playing that small Golden State roster and stuff like that. But on a small court like this, it's like playing with a team full of slashers on 2K, or even having maybe two or three of them on the court. It's like all they gonna do is pack the paint. So now you gonna have a hard time getting an easy shot, especially when you don't have a post up big. So why get a Draymond, a Bam, and a Jeremiah Grant when none of them can shoot? For me, if I did have this team, I probably and you wanted to play one of them at the five, especially I would probably be playing Grant because of the speed. Draymond is slow. Bam is not as slow as Draymond, but he's slower. I don't need Draymond doing all that setup stuff, and I would have kept Garland on this team over Devin Booker because everybody on this team pretty much does the same thing. It's like with Draymond, Bam, and Jeremiah Grant, you pretty much got the same or similar player. Jeremiah is a bit more of a slasher than the other two, but I'm just saying it's a similar prototype. You had oh my goodness, they just lost to France. Like this is ridiculous. Just fell down in the club. It's no chemistry. It's no leaders on this team. Like Durant getting into it with Bam Adebayo. For what? Like, what are you doing? Like, it's like Durant always, and I'm not one of those Durant haters, but I'm seeing it now. He wants to put off a certain type of image of himself, but it's like you don't have to do that, bro. Let's keep the chemistry up. Let's let everybody go out there and have fun. You don't have to try to act like you love broing him, and that's what niggas gotta stop doing. All of that extra tough and I'm over you and you my little bro, all that's not needed. Like this is I'm not a LeBron fan, but this is where you need a LeBron because LeBron is trying to go out there and have some fun. Dwight Howard, he's trying to go out there and have some fun. You know, they lighten up the mood. It's like everybody on this team is just super serious. So, along with not having the right pieces that connect or the right glue pieces that connect everything, you don't have chemistry. It's just horrible. So, my advice for the future, you definitely want speed on the team. So turning down Trey Young, turning down John Morant, and I'm not sure if Zion was an option, but he definitely should have been pushed for it because I would be putting Zion pretty much at the five just for that speed. He would be the only so-called non-shooter out there, but he's so quick that he's gonna get you those offensive rebounds, and especially because you can grab the ball off the rim in this style of play, he would be of a great benefit to a team. And then Trey Young, with his speed and how he runs that pick and roll, he can kind of break down this defense that they're playing. And Garland has that same type of speed. And then John Morant, we know his explosiveness. You want speed and you want shooters. You don't really want guys that's just playmaking or just strictly defense. All of that shit is cool for the NBA, but on a small, compact court like this is not what you want. And then in this type of game, I would even give JaVale McGee more time than Bam and Draymond at that five spot because he's fast going back and forth. Draymond and them have the lateral to where you can switch everything, but they wouldn't have had to work as hard against the Rudy Gobert. JaVale McGee is very good, and he's worked on his jump shot. So I would give him more time. I hope Team USA loses. I think it's just a lot of players that shouldn't be on this team. Durant is slower. Jason Tatum is just so overrated. Jason Tatum is one of the most overrated players in the NBA. It takes him so long to get into a shot. Like he's pulling up, it like takes him three, like all that slow ass shit. Like you need, Steph Curry. This is where Steph is so important because he can uplift a team on just the mood, the vibe, and everything. But he also plays on and off ball. A lot of these players get stagnant. They do everything from the top of the key. You young players out there, I want you to go back and watch Detroit Pistons basketball when they was whooping on the Lakers with Chauncey Billups, Rasheed Wallace, Tayshaun Prince. I want you really everything doesn't have to be a three. And you see this on 2K2, you see this in real life, AAU, all that. Get the mid range back in your game. You take the best shot in space. A lot of times these guys will pass up a good shot in space to try to go get it. USA basketball is fun right now. Y'all don't know how to play. Y'all a bunch of very God gifted talents that don't understand the game of basketball. And a lot of y'all need to get in that film room with some of the guys from the past that had a better and understanding because they didn't have as much talent and really just soak in the game of how to play. And then for the coaches now, get some youth on that squad. Get some youth that plays the game on that squad because even for Pop, you putting the wrong lineups out there. Like, why would you put Bam and Draymond on the court at the same time on a small? Like, this shit just dumb, man. It's dumb. I'm disappointed. It's no excuses for this type of thing. It's like they all fold. And Devin Booker, he disappears in big games. Like I don't know if y'all seen that in the finals. He was balling all up into the winner go home game, and then he disappears. Leave Chris Paul by himself to have to do everything. Him and Aiton. Dame Lillard has been uncomfortable in this game. It's just clear none of these guys like each other. None of them like each other. It's not really, man, it's just garbage. But the positive takeaway, I think Zach LaVine is the best all around player on the team. Um, he's a piece that I would keep. I'm not mad at Durant, but Durant, you got to have some of the other right pieces with it. But it's not like I would have to must have Durant. And I'm not a Durant hater, but he's not a must have for me if I'm building a team. Keldon Johnson definitely wouldn't be on my team. I like players like Chris Paul, Steph Curry, LeBron, Ja Morant, Zion. I'm cool with JaVale McGee because you need that 7 footer and he's experienced at the high level. Um, Only thing I don't like about Chris Middleton is, wow, so USA falls 83-76. And mind you, I put this title before the game was over because I could see the writing on the wall. That just Team USA doesn't get how to play the game. So I think I might be putting together a list on what my Team USA team would look like. I probably would even kept Bradley Beal over a lot of these players, but it's just garbage, man. Trap Media, shout out to everybody for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. drink you some water, go eat you some fruit, preferably some oranges, mangoes, and some coconut water. Man, I'm just disappointed today. I'm 83-76. We lost to France. Who would have thought? I'm about to go drown myself in some wine or something, man. Fuck it.